Hi, I didn't see you there. You scared the shit out of me. Hello, what's up? I'm Brian, and I'm doing a live stream. I know I haven't done one of these in a while. It's mostly because I just haven't had the opportunity to do it with all the studio series reviews I had been working on. I mean, the time I finished the last one that I was doing for the month, I think that was around the 20th, and I started back in February, so it took about 2 months to do, something around that. But yeah, I actually did them all. I did all the planned ones. I had planned 11 reviews. I said to myself, okay, it's not a big deal if I don't do them all. Even if I do just 5 or 7 of them, I'd be fine with that. But at least I would do the last one would be the Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. And I managed to do them all, so that's good. So yeah, what to talk about? There's a couple of updates I want to mention, and I will get to the chat and talk about whatever everyone's talking about. Um, Trying to think. So after the Studio Series month is done, I'm probably going to take a break from doing videos for a while. I don't know if that light's annoying anyone. Also, I wish this was a little lower than that. Maybe I could take my battery pack that apparently stayed in here and bring in the other room. No, it's a little too high now. Let's see. I don't need anything that tall. Professional. Don't. That work? Okay, that works fine. If you're noticing a box on the side here, yes, I got a box here, which has an address on it, so I should probably turn that around. I don't think anyone saw it. Okay, updates. Yes, back at it. So, I will be taking a break from doing videos for a while just because that was so much for me to do. Uh, Last year I did 15 reviews, and that really took a lot out of me. Uh, Sorry, I'm just trying to think right now. Also, if my hair's messed up, I haven't really gone to a hairdresser. You guys know why. Or a haircut specialist, whatever. I don't even remember the names of them. Um, and I'm pretty sure you guys know why. So I left it alone, even though it was growing pretty long, because I wanted to see if this whole thing would blow over pretty quickly. Nope. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So yes, last year I did 15 reviews for the month, and that took a lot out of me. And I thought, okay, well, this year I'm going to do 11 reviews, and it's going to be much easier. It still wasn't that easy. So I think when it comes to next year, I'm probably going to do about maybe 7 reviews that are going to be specialized to something. That is, if I'm going to be doing some sort of marathon thing. Just because it took away from doing other videos too. Like I haven't done TF Talk that much, or Before It's Out. I was supposed to do a whole bunch of those, and someone said, "Why did you cancel it?" And I never said I did, but I haven't done one in a while, and there's a lot of opportunities for me to do that right now. I just haven't really gotten a hold of that. So yeah. Um, just overall in May, don't expect too many videos coming out right away. Um, yeah, just because I want to take time to relax and actually mess with figures, especially the ones that I just recently got, like Studio Series Shockwave. I'm looking at the boxes right now. Um, Siege Ultra Magnus, Siege Galaxy Optimus Prime, and uh, and Siege Ratchet, and so many others. So yeah. Anyways, I will get to the chat in a second. Um, any other updates? So I want to focus on filming Transformers Misfortune sometime in June or July. I'm hoping to do that. I have plans to do that, but we'll have to wait and see. I've said so many times that, oh, I have plans to do this and that, and then things just change. Sometime after I do Misfortune, I want to do Skids and Mudflap Show. This is kind of the idea that I have right now. So sometime back in, so sometime in June or July, I'm gonna put my focus in Misfortune. This is just the current plan I've got. Gonna put my focus in Misfortune, finish up season 2, and then right after that, I'm gonna do Skids and Mudflap Show. And I'm gonna put my focus directly on that. At the same time, I could probably work on Vessel. I could probably work on writing that, but those are my main focus right now. Of course, reviews aren't going to go away, though. And what I'm planning is maybe during the break, I could work on maybe a couple reviews at least, to have something to do, but take my time with it. And I was thinking of doing weekly reviews and seeing how that goes. But it really just all depends on how everything goes. And I can't promise that reviews will come out weekly. It's an idea that I have. I feel like I could do it, but we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, in summary, gonna be a break in May, just because there was a lot of reviews to do. Misfortune, I might start filming in June or July, and Skids and Mudflap Show would be worked on after if I get to it. So there you go. Let's see. I might have to flip this around. Oh, nope. It won't let me. Okay, cool. Trying to get to the chat. Alright, I'm reading the chat now. How do you feel about Sentinel Prime? It looks cool. I wish it came with more weapons. I called it that the hose thing attachment, because it's got the 5mm peg, would come off and form the gun. And TFA 1024 figured that out too. God, my hair is long, especially on the back. I need a haircut. Hello, Kelvin. Jasmine! The smiling friends are here. What's your prediction on the third installment? I think it's going to be something involving Unicron. I don't think it's going to be called Unicron Battles. Some people are trying to combine words like Earthrise did, and it just doesn't really sound right. Like, Unicron War or something. I'm just like, no. There was one person that said, oh, the third installment will be Siege, not part or anything, but it's like Siege Revolution or something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, they're going to put Siege in the name again. I hope third-party companies make extra accessories. There's a person already on that so far. I mean, we knew. There's people that make third-party add-on kits that fill in certain gaps on figures. So I'm very certain that we're going to get a third-party add-on to form his shield and his gun. At the same time, I thought that at this point we would get a third-party Insecticon from Prime, and we still haven't gotten that. I am hoping for Unicron trilogy type stuff in the third installment, because it kind of, if you notice, Siege, if that would be the case, Siege has pretty much teased everything that would happen later on, because he had the Astro Train that had Earth-style alt modes, and then it goes to Earthrise. Then you had, early on, you had the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime, and you also had the Hotshot. Which is why I said that, and someone said that, no, they're testing audience and all this and that, which I guess they could, but it doesn't really, it doesn't really take away, not necessarily my theory, but just something that, could be going on right now. You remember that prototype version of Armada Optimus Prime? What if that was meant for the third installment? Now, I know someone said, well, they're just testing audience and they're not sure exactly what to put it in. But I mean, at the same time, they could also just be waiting for that. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not testing with the audience. I'm pretty sure they could be, but at the same time, they could be waiting. You don't know. So I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. I'm a thirsty boy. I brought a friend. And you get to see his kneecap. Alright. Pretty sure the Netflix Siege show has been pushed back to a later. I don't know why they would. Yes, I know about the virus thing going on right now, but at the same time, I just don't think it's going to push it back that far. What got you into collecting Transformers figures? What got me into collecting was I was into Lego for a while. And then I saw Zoids on the shelf and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. Robot things. Because the main thing I was into with Lego was Bionicle, but I did have the bricks as well. But when I saw Zoids, I thought, hey, that's something different. Let's get into that for a while. And I really liked the Zoids I got. I had the smaller kits, not the bigger ones that you build with all the little ball joints and stuff like that. And I thought they were cool, but usually I can sense when a toy line is about to kind of wrap up in stores. I mean, technically, you could say that, well, Zoids is still around. They've been making some new toys as of lately, but as far as in our market, I felt like they were going to die down, and they did. But before that, I thought, you know what? I need to get into something that kind of replaces this. And I thought, hey, Transformers, they look pretty cool. I've known about Transformers for a long time. I actually had the Build to Rule Optimus Prime and Starscream, mostly because I was into the brick-based stuff. But I thought, okay, maybe I should find an excuse to get into this toy line. Because I've watched some of the shows beforehand. I really got into Beast Wars, but that was mostly because of I was into Reboot for a while. And I thought, okay, gotta make an excuse as to why I should buy these. And I thought to myself, and this is funny, I thought to myself, you know what? Transformers are exactly the same as Lego. You build them from one thing into another, except they're all in one part. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to grab a couple. I saw the Cybertron Mud Flap and I wanted that, but I thought, you know what, that's a little too much for me right now. I saw Cybertron, uh, who are they? Breakdown and Wreck Loose. And I thought, okay, let's go ahead and buy them. Actually, my mom saw me getting into Transformers and I wanted the Breakdown and she was like, do you want another? I was like, hell yeah. So I picked up the Wreck Loose and I brought them home, fell in love with them, I went crazy for the Transformers and the shows. I rented and bought some of these DVDs from Transformers Energon and Cybertron, and I tried to catch up on the shows. I saw them online because at the time, Hasbro had Transformers Cybertron on their website, and you could watch every episode that would air, which was cool of them. And I watched the show in its entirety as episodes were releasing, and I got more and more Transformers. I got Blur, Long Rack, Run Amok, Mudflap, Evac, and eventually I got the Wing Saber and Optimus Prime 2-pack, all from Cybertron. And I had the Ransack, I had the Hightail, and I think, yeah, the Scrap Metal. I'm just trying to think of like my first Transformers I had getting into it. Um, yeah, I think that was mostly it that started me off. And after that, I got into the other lines. Like the classics were coming out, so I got the Bumblebee, and this was a year before the movies came out, and we got the trailers for that. And eventually, I would get the Proform Starscream, and that's pretty much how my collection really started off with Transformers. So yeah, little history lesson 101. Hey, we got 7 likes. I'm kind of surprised. I thought it'd be more than that. Can we get everyone to like the video on this live stream and buy our merch and eat apples? So I got this Studio Series Shockwave. He's a pretty cool looking boy. I like the dark purple on this. The gray is nice. Yes, you will notice that the hips are the same as Megatron, and he's got other parts that are the same with Megatron, but I don't really care about that. What I do care about is the feet, because there's no point on where they click to place, so you kind of have to balance them on the joints. And they're double jointed too. It's the same issue that I have with the Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus, although it's a little worse than that. And then also, I don't like the rubbery blade, not so much because it's rubber, but because it falls off pretty easily. Other than that, I really like this figure. Don't care about the accessories too much. The human with the parachute, I don't know. I feel like that parachute thing is going to get dirty over time. And then the 2 tiny figures are super tiny. Like the packaging shows them about that tall. No, they're about that tall by comparison. And I'm not even joking. They are tiny. Going back into comments. Or we just to have comments up. Hello, Larry of Larry Arts Productions. Desmond! You still make cardboard Transformers? Actually, I was trying to start up one last night, but I thought, you know what, I got other things I gotta do. Unfortunately, but there is something that I've planned. Favorite movie? Depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about favorite movie in general or favorite Transformers movie? Favorite movie? I don't know. There's a lot of movies I really enjoy. Favorite Transformers movie? Dark of the Moon, although Bumblebee is high up there in general. I don't know. I love How to Train Your Dragon. Cardboard Transformers, what's that? If you go back to some of my other videos, you will see, and you search them up, or just search up Cardboard Transformers, you will find some of my custom Transformers that are made from cardboard. How to Train Your Dragon. What's my favorite food? I like a nice homemade style burger. So not like a Big Mac or something from a Wendy's, like a nice restaurant or homemade burger. Um, Trying to think of what else I'm really like. I like X-Men: Days of Future Past. I don't know. I can't even think. I love Spider-Verse. Any characters you want an update on Generations can be from anyone. Uh, I think I did a video on that too, but I would love to see mostly anything Unicron trilogy related. Anything. I would love to see, you know what? A Megatron from Cybertron. Have that go against the Optimus Prime. What is your favorite way of showing us your tits? Crying. Nice jacket. Thank you. I got it from Bed Bath and Beyond. The Beyond is it's not from Bed Bath and Beyond. I laugh when you say articulation. Head rotates, arms out and in, forward and back rotation below, elbow bend, waist rotation, hips out and in, forward and back rotation below, knee bend, and foot tilt. And I did that without reading the script this time. You want infinite pleasure. I can agree to that. Unicron Trilogy needs more love. It really does. Oh, Demolisher. Yeah, that's one. I would definitely love to see. I would love to see the main Armada characters come out. You know, Cyclonus, Demolisher, uh, whoever else, and they could do the minicons from the Micromaster line. So you know that would be pretty easy to do. And I said that they should do this, and someone was like, "Oh no, they got to do Generation One." And I'm just like, "Well, they can mix in Generation One, no problem. I mean, they mixed these Cybertron figures into Generations with the Generation One stuff, so I don't think there's a real issue with that." But then some people are like, "Well, the Unicron trilogy almost killed the franchise. It wasn't until the movies came out that saved Transformers." Well, of course, because Transformers was kind of doing the same thing over and over again, that it kind of just died down. It wasn't until the movies made it a little more exciting and brought in that major audience to where it became successful again. And people say, "Oh, well, the Unicron trilogy almost killed Transformers." Yeah, well, there's a lot of people who were really into that line and even started in that line, and we get pretty shafted pretty easily in Generations, which is titled Generations, and yet, what do we get? Would be nice to see Beast Wars and Unicron trilogy and stuff like that, but I feel like Beast Wars is coming pretty soon because we have been getting a lot from that era. I mean, we've gotten the Black Arachnia, we've gotten the Cheetor. I now have a Black Arachnia because of the recent Transformers. Granted, it's the Cyberverse little figure, but at least there's that. Oh, no, wait. I keep forgetting I have the animated one. But, yeah, we had a Cheetor in Cyberverse. We had that Optimus from Power of the Primes because see here, that's the thing. People voted for the optimal Optimus, and then other people are like, "No, if it's not Generation One, it doesn't work." But yet, that was voted in. That got the majority vote. Oh, but the voting thing is a scam because they already picked it ahead of time. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Oh, but Optimal Optimus is, you know, he's Beast Wars, but Beast Wars is technically Generation One. Yeah, it's from the same universe, but here's the thing is that while it's tied to it, it's definitely a different series than Generation 1. Generation 1, we usually think of the first four seasons of Transformers and Headmasters and Zone, maybe, and stuff like that. But when it comes to Beast Wars, that's a much later series, and that's pretty much a spin off. So, still had its own identity. Exactly. Isn't it funny that Blackout used to be Demolisher's Minicon in the Unicron trilogy? Well, here's the thing. Blackout was originally a Minicon. Yeah, that would be cool. Take 5 characters from each continuity. Or just a handful of them. I'm not sure how you got 30 out of that, but yeah. Why do you think of Linkin Park? I grew up listening to Linkin Park, so I stopped listening to them after a while before the whole thing happened. So I love Transformers Animated. When it originally aired and when the toys came out, I was a little hesitant towards it because it's a different art style than I'm used to. For Transformers at least, and it just fell out of place from Transformers because it was so different. But I rewatched the show probably a year ago and I really enjoyed it. I think I enjoy it more so now as an adult who's been into Transformers for a while and actually understands a lot of the references that they keep making. So I am Shockwave and I'm here to say I'm going to spank you, little boy. Get over here now. If you can find Shockwave, get him, because he is a cool boy with a lot of toy. Even though he shouldn't be leader price. We need Ultra Class to come back. Because these leader class figures aren't doing it. Damn it, now you made me want to bring out this guy and I kicked something. Ah. Optimus Prime, thanks to Tailgate009. Oh, I love him so much. Yes, he's not exactly perfect. Yes, he's not as simple as the original Optimus Prime, which arguably was pretty cool about it, but because I feel like this is a little too complicated, mostly because of that Ultra Magnus, integration with it. I felt like they could have gone a little more simpler, because that was pretty fun of the Optimus Prime, was you could get into any of the modes pretty quickly. Like, you could get into the super mode like that. But I still really like it. And I just love the fact that, hey, this is a modern generation's version of a very obscure Optimus Prime that gets shafted that I grew up with. And it's even got a G1 element in it, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. If we move the table out of the way, just move around it. Let's see. Because I love my original Optimus Prime, which I need to fix up with some of the parts. See, I love my original Optimus Prime, but it's also very floppy because you got these giant cannons and also the wings on the sides don't really hold up. I mean, he is a lot bigger than that original Optimus Prime, but I kind of like the size of this because it works with the modern class. And also, yes, this was pretty heavy, but it's pretty heavy, so it's hard to carry around. But I will give it this. This one does have an actual matrix that comes out. Just a fun toy. And it's a cool take on Optimus as well. I still stand and say that I really like the Armada design, but Cybertron Optimus wins it for me. Because the Armada design, I like the base Optimus more than I like the combined form. But for this, like the original Cybertron Optimus Prime, I like every mode. Hi, Zat. Oh, Larry, tell you that? Transformers, more than meets the eye. What the hell was that noise, anyways? Boy. I don't know. I can't even remember what theme song I'm doing right now. Let's go ahead and transform the Optimus Prime and see how it is. Someone asked something about stop motion. Have you ever made a transform stop motion? Yes, I have. Better get to showing them. Okay, Larry, here you go. Oh! Watch a grown man try to function a toy. Why do I sound like Jerry Seinfeld all of a sudden? I feel violated. Good. Oh no! His leg came off. Ow, that hurt my arm. I need an adult. I'm satisfied. Bam! Bam! It's just a lot of parts. It would be nice if it was just 3 parts instead of like, oh, here's a bunch of Ultra Magnus and we have to wrap around it. Larry and Brian, blood brothers. Apparently. Let's see. Slide that up. Take the chest, open that up. There we go. Close that back up. Close that back up. Do the useless waste rotation because it's utterly pointless in this version. And there's an Optimus Prime. We can also take these and... I know people say, oh, you gotta plug them onto the side of the arms. I like to plug them on the back because there's really no point in plugging them on the side of the arms. Plus, also, it reduces parts forming when you get to the alt mode, so, you know. Which I don't mind parts forming when it, it comes to this, because it's all armor stuff. But when it comes to the core Optimus Prime, I just like to have it as the core Optimus. So. Plus, also, you can plug weapons on the side here, which you got these 2 black weapons. You can just plug right there if you want. And I like those, but what I really like about this version of Optimus Prime is that little gun thing at the front here, because that's a nice nod to the original Optimus Prime. And there you go. Oh, God! Shall we do a truck? Let's do a truck. So this is how you transform it. First, you pop open the shoulders. And then you swing this out. And... Mom! I forgot how to do it! So you push that around. You gotta push this while things are in the way. And yes, I could have removed these, but it wouldn't have mattered because things would still be in the way. Yeah, pop up on the chest. You gotta buy my merch. And donate to my Ko-fi. Which, by the way, yes, I do have a Ko-fi. Which nobody donates to, and I'm sad for it. Now, I know we're all on lockdown, and, things are tight right now, so, don't worry about it. Although, that Optimus Prime from Galaxy Upgraded version, where's the Siege Warfare... Where the Siege... Okay, I don't get that comment. Yep, this certainly is the Siege Optimus Galaxy Upgrade version. If you were asking where is the original Siege Optimus Prime, I got it in the other room. Got my whole collection in the other room because I wanted it beside me. There's a truck! But it's missing stuff. No, the arms are there. Okay, cool. It's one thing I don't like about that Optimus is, In the truck mode, you got that the legs right there. Okay, so how do we do this? Gotta slide these shoulder bits in the legs, hide them away. Like so. I do need to mention one thing, is that my Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime is broken, and it's probably the best thing to happen to it. Because if I swing these out, then rotate the head, close that up, bring that up, bring out these mushroom pegs. Okay, where is it? Okay, so right here, in this armature thing, right there is supposed to be a hook. As you can see, it's just a tab now because the hook part broke. It is such a long hook that when I snapped it in, it was stuck in there. So you snap it in like this. It got stuck. I tried to take it out, and it just wouldn't do anything, and it snapped off. And now, because there's a little nub of plastic there that stuck to the side, like it warped and bent, I guess, when I bring it up, it clicks into place still. It's not the tightest click, but you don't need it to be. And it still stays into place. So, maybe something to look into. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can do the legs. What I usually do for these is I plug them in one at a time, and then I'll just connect them afterwards. Like, I'll connect this one, move it out of the way, connect the other one, and then try to swing these around and tab them together like so. And then I'll bring them up, tab them in. And there's a backpack, which, by the way, I did find a way. Yeah, you can pretty much do that super mode if you want. Usually I leave that gray block up, so it's like bouncing the turrets. But yes, you can have that super mode gunner section thing they had for one episode. Let's see. Okay. Is this exciting for anyone? For me to transform a toy that you guys probably already own? Let's see, connect that onto there. And we're almost done. Tab these onto the side like so. See, if this was the original toy, I would have had it done no problem. Then plug this little gun, and you're pretty much done. I do hear from people that you're supposed to plug these guns onto the side here. I don't like that because it gets in the way of these wing things and just looks weird. So what I like to do is I like to plug them onto the back. Yes, it does hide some of that detail, but it looks a lot better, and it was there anyway, so you know, I like that. Plus, also, you can still swing these forward if you like. So there's that. There's the Optimus Prime. We did it, ladies and gentlemen! We did it! So. Oh, and that untabbed on the back. Come on. Okay, the whole thing is untabbing from the back. Come on. Yeah, I don't get what's going on here. Oh, and then the shoulder piece fell out. Wonderful. Will things work? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, got it then. We did it again! Okay. Fake spoilers for Cyberverse finale. Oh, okay. I'm going to be rearranging my shelves, I think, pretty soon. I don't have Galaxy Upgrade Prime from Siege. I don't think it was necessary. when I have the original Siege Prime, even though my brother wanted him so badly. It's pretty cool. Stop reading the chat. You're ruining the immersion. Oh! Truman Show. Da, 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 da. Would be nice if it had its flight mode. But you know what? You can do it. Listen up, gamers. Here's a life hack to the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime. If you take these out and then swing this down and around, you can pretty much get. Oh, I farted. You can pretty much get the Jetwing Optimus form just with the legs at the bottom. The woo! Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe for more details on how you can win my boogers. Do Hunt for the Decepticons, Hubcap, and Earthrise Cliffjumper. I don't think I have either of the figures. I have to remember which one is Hubcap. Is Hubcap that little red car? Because why not? Yeah, you know what? Honestly, it was a cool idea. I like... The original Cybertron Optimus was just fun. You know, it wasn't exactly meant to be practical for, you know, disguise. It was just meant to be a fun toy. What? No, he's yellow. Ugh! No, I thought the Hunt for the Decepticons hubcap. Yes, the original hubcap is yellow, but the Hunt for the Decepticons one. Yes, the red card. Okay, cool. I don't have either of the figures. I wanted to get the Cliffjumper. I wanted to get the Cliffjumper and the Scavenger on Toys R Us because there was a sale going on. And as soon as there was a sale, they removed them completely from the site. And it's pissing me off with ToysRUs.ca right now. They will bring in a whole bunch of Transformers, and as soon as they're on sale, they're gone immediately, and they don't bother to restock at all. It's very scummy, if you ask me. I need to get that Scavenger at some point. Galaxy Optimus Prime, transform back again because I'm bored. His head is right there. I don't know, I know it's not perfect, but I really like this alt mode. Especially at the front, because that is Galaxy Optimus. Yeah, it would be nice to get an R&D Optimus Prime. Cut them in too deep! Come on. There we go. Like a jet explode. I just really like this figure. So thank you, Tailgate009, for sending this to me. I didn't ask him for it, and he just decided, hey, I'm going to send you this figure. I was like, coolio. Because I was going to buy it anyways, because Amazon had it for a couple bucks more than I wanted to pay for it, and they're already expensive as is. Okay, thank you for telling me that the instructions are crap. I've heard you the first time. Let's see. Always rotate the fist for this guy. I don't know why. The instructions said, rotate the fist. And I'm like, okay. Optimus. Zed, the instructions, did you know the crap? My son's silent those? Why would you silence your son? Oh, and yellow eyes, by the way. Yeah, I've heard the excuse of, my son did it. And it's like, sure. I remember a while back, there was someone who kept spamming my channel and saying hurtful things, and then I got a response saying, "No, it wasn't me. It was my brother." And I'm like, "Okay, you know what? That's fair. All right, I'll unblock you because I had that going." And then now I realize, you know what? That person was probably likely lying. And even if they weren't, I should have blocked the account anyways, because if they have access to that account and I don't want that kind of language there, why would I keep them around? Let's go ahead and prepare him for his pants. This man needs pants. Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep from a paper. God, there's been a lot of people who are desperate for attention lately on YouTube and comments and stuff like that. I'm not saying anyone here is doing it. I'm just saying in general because I'm just recalling a whole bunch of comments lately. I don't know what's with comments recently, anyways. Because a lot of them, as of recent, have been very snooty or sarcastic or just been a complete asshole. I don't get it. There he is. You know what's funny about this Optimus is that there are stock images where he's just like this with his head out. So it doesn't even have this armament, and this is what they call the just normal Optimus Prime form. And it looks cool, but that's not it. You are wrong. Right. This backpack, I feel like that should have been red, because the backpack on the original Optimus is red, but I guess it's the texture in the plastic or something. I don't know. I see hear someone fake crying outside, and I don't know why. I should fake be concerned. Okay, there we go, and swing that down. I hope you're enjoying the live stream of me just doing stuff. All right, there's the Optimus. Let's take his weapons. Oh, yeah, the trap music channel. You know what's funny about that? Someone, despite the fact that I did a video on it, someone came to me on Facebook and said, you know, all these music channel things, they're all scams. And I'm like, oh, really? I also haven't heard much from them as of recent, but I think it's mostly because they've disguised themselves a lot better. And instead of these music channels that they're just claiming to be, they're just now comments that say, hey, great work! And that's it. But they don't actually watch the video. Man, I love this figure. I know I'm a little late on the game with this Prime, but it's a pain in the ass to find because every store had the Shockwave, but no Optimus! What are you planning on reviewing next? Well, I don't know right now. Because I said earlier that I wanted to take a break. But there he is. I love this thing. I really do. I know he's not for everyone, but I love it. I love that we got a modern take on that. Anyways, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. What are you planning on reviewing next? Oh, I mean, I like it, but I don't really worry about size when it comes to the price because I've bought plenty of $60 figures. Yeah, that's the funny thing about the Earthrise Cliff Jumper is everyone complains, oh, it's 20 to $30, but yet they'll pay that for a third-party company to do the exact same thing with even less weapons. So, okay. And for a Cliff Jumper, that doesn't even look like Cliff Jumper. So yeah, what am I planning on reviewing next? I don't know. I can tell you that one of the reviews planned is Studio Shockwave, but I don't know exactly when that's going to be because I want to take a break in May. Where I'm not doing much of anything. I could probably do a couple of comedy videos or just basic stuff, but I don't want to go too deep into doing videos and uploading a whole bunch of them. But we'll have to wait and see. I might change my mind. Oh, my nose. What's odd is that we do have the quarantine thing, and a lot of people are watching videos as of recently. And I thought, okay, well, that's unfortunate, but hopefully that means that a lot of people will be watching my videos, and I have that Studio Series month thing going on, so maybe we'll get a whole bunch of views from that. And my analytics say, no, you're not. And I'm just like, okay. I just found that funny. My phone is telling me there is only 15% of battery life left, so yeah, I'm gonna have to head out soon. Since Devastator is more or less complete in Studio Series. Ah, come on. Unless they make Payload and Demolisher, what do you think will be the next big thing in the toy line? I don't think they'll go that big after Devastator. I think Devastator is going to be the biggest thing thus far, and will probably remain to be the biggest thing. I know people say, well, what about Infernicus? But I'm not sure if there's going to be a big market for Infernicus right now. I feel like if they do Infernicus, it's just going to be a repaint of the one we already have. But I could be wrong about that. I mean, they did the same thing for the Cogman. It was just a repaint of the original Cogman, which it looks good, but it's just Cogman again. I guess they did that because the release was weird, but I don't know. Still, I just wouldn't expect much of an Infernicus. People are saying, "Oh, what if it transformed into the 13 Knights and all that?" I just feel like that's a little too much for Studio Series to do right now. I think their main focus is the older movies. Because, I mean, in Age of Extinction, we got pretty much the basics of what we didn't really get originally, or what should have been updated. Like Later Class Grimlock, Helicopter Drift, which was just a repaint of the Hammer something, I can't remember his name. And then a whole bunch of other Decepticons. We got a new Lockdown and stuff like that. Those were figures we were kind of asking for originally. We didn't ask for a new Bumblebee, or we didn't really ask for a new Hound, or I know people are asking for Galvatron now, which could happen, but still, I think their priority should be on what people are really asking for. And people keep saying, "Oh, we need the Last Night this and that." How about some older characters that really deserve new modern takes, like Dino and Q? Because like they got shafted in the main toy line. Skyhammer, yes. But no, I need my mohawk. And I was like, oh, okay. I need my whatever the dread repaints were that nobody cares about. I need my canopy. I need my trench. I would love to record an Insane Asylum soon. I know that's kind of random. I also don't remember what I was trying to look for. Oh, yes. I got Dragonstorm. I know I said Infernicus, but I was thinking Dragonstorm. There's a lot of figures I could review. The whole point of doing Studio Series month was so that I can get through a whole bunch of Studio Series figures and get a good chunk of that out. But now I'm looking at my collection and I'm just thinking, you know what? There's still a lot that I probably should do soon. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That's another thing that I want to bring up is that for reviews, I'm considering not doing a lot of older toys. There's about three that I want to do that are older toys, but I want to mainly focus on Siege, Earthrise, and Studio Series because there's a lot that I need to catch up on, and I don't just want to get so far behind that when those toy lines are over, I'm looking back thinking, man, I should have done all this. What the hell did I do? There's a lot that I was behind with that I could have done that's more relevant. Don't know why I didn't do these. So for this year, it's probably going to be mostly Siege, Earthrise, and Studio Series, with the exception of about three figures. Because there's a couple that I want to do. I've been looking on Cybertron Downshift just because I've wanted to review that for a long time. I've been looking into the Generations Titans Returns Blitzwing and Octane because I haven't really done much with those. And then that's pretty much it for the year that I want to do, but who knows? I might change my mind. As far as after May, that weekly review thing that I was considering, it might just be mostly small stuff, but we'll have to wait and see. Because I know that I could do the Bowmasters pretty quickly. So those wouldn't be so hard to do. And then I could backlog a whole bunch of the small ones and then do some of the bigger ones in between as well. Like one week you might have Bowmaster Caliburst, and then the next you might get Bowmaster Smashdown. And then the next week, because I've taken time away to do those, um, could be maybe Deluxe or a Voyager. We'll just have to wait and see. What are your thoughts on Bionicle Quest for Matanui? I really enjoyed watching that. I'm not a gamer myself, but I want to play that. I love the fact that it's got multiplayer. I love the fact that they've taken notes from the original Bionicle story. And what I mean by that is obviously they're going to take inspiration from the original Bionicle story, especially in that first year. But they really hit the notes hard, and it doesn't feel like they're just it's obvious that they're not just doing their own story. They are doing that original Bionicle story, and I really enjoy that. But they're doing it as a RPG type thing, which I really do enjoy. How they're doing that, and it looks gorgeous too. Um, as soon as I saw Liwa with the infected mask, I freaked out. Have you seen the KO SS-38 Nemesis Prime? Yes, I have. It looks cool, but I don't know if I would get it. I really don't like Earthrise Megatron. I think it's okay. Ever notice that every Bionicle fan game we get is based on year one? It's because Metro Nui is too complex to design, and Voinui already has Bionicle heroes. Yeah, would be nice if we could do like a Cardus Nui type thing, but I just feel like Cardus Nui would be kind of random to do. Um, if that makes sense. Like, we're not doing any other story except for Cardus Nui right away. And it's like, really? I feel like if you're going to start somewhere, you got to start with the first year, if anything. Would be nice if we could do a Metro Nui thing, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely too complicated. With Bionicle Quest for Matanui, you could probably get a lot of the trees and landmass and stuff like that off of something else too. So I don't know. I don't know how game development works. Eating rice? Frick! When we get a new Transformers toy line, you can always think that Megatron and Optimus would show up. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me as well. People still think that we're going to get a Siege game. And then after a while we didn't, and people are thinking, oh, that Siege game is definitely canceled. Let me tell you this, I don't recall Hasbro ever announcing a Siege game. There was the rumor a while back that we were supposed to get one, but if you actually did a little bit of research, you would find out that a lot of the description for that was used for a previous game. So, yeah, I don't think there was ever a plan for a mainline Siege game anyways. But apparently a lot of people think otherwise. I don't know where to find a swoop. You know what? Actually, I think there's like a collectibles site or something like that, or a Metropolis something site that has that new swoop. I say new loosely, but there's a site that does have the selects version of swoop, so you might be able to get that. Gotta need a haircut. Who is the character from the Unicron trilogy that you want to get a new toy? I want a new Thunder Blast. Give me my speedboat rocket launcher waifu. That'd be cool. Armada Demolisher. Just gonna say that. I love the original toy. I've got it. Thank God. Because I didn't have that for a while. And at one toy fair, I saw it and I was like, I need to pick that up. Which is funny because I think for the 2 years beforehand, I could not find that Demolisher anywhere at the toy fair when I was actually going to try and pick it up. But before that, I could find them everywhere. It's the same thing with a couple of different figures I was trying to get at the toy fair because I had seen them previously, and then for 2 years I couldn't find them, and then all of a sudden, oh, there it is! So, pretty funny how that works. I can't remember any of the figures that I was trying to find. Oh, I found my Energon Shock Blast on the shelf, and I'm just like, yeah, he's cool. I like him. Oh, another figure I would like to see, Energon Snowcat. Just because. Yeah, I doubt they'll do a driller from Dark of the Moon. Wow, eBay? I didn't think of eBay. I always get annoyed when people say, hey, have you tried eBay? No! What's an eBay? I don't even know. Can I learn about this eBay? Do they have schools for eBay? Throughout my 25 years, I've never figured out what an eBay is. People are going to hate the fact that I did that because I know that you guys were talking to someone else, but I get those comments a lot that are like, have you tried eBay? Have you tried TF Source? Have you tried Big Bad Toy Store? No! I'm stupid! One person left and was like, yeah, that's the appropriate response. Oh, I love my Bionicle collection. They're so cool. Can't believe I got complete sets now because, and what I mean by that is complete lineups like Toa and Nika, Toa Blue. Because for a while I had broken parts and missing parts, so I only had a handful of Bionicle sets that I could actually complete. I think I had about 20 that I could complete, and then everything else was just a parts bin. And then over time, I was able to get a lot of the parts from Toy Fair. Then I was able to buy from Bricklink because for a while I didn't actually purchase from Bricklink. Not because I hate them, but because I don't know how reliable they are and I didn't know how to really work it. Um, but after a while, I was able to get all this stuff, and now I've got over 150 Bionicle sets. So that's awesome. 150 Bionicle sets, and yet I don't really do much videos on them on Ultimate Doom. People are still surprised that Ultimate Doom and T-Fan Page 101 are the same person. All right, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to call it quits. So anyone who has comments, go ahead. Let me know. What are your thoughts on the Star Wars sequels? I like them. I would also like a new version of Cybertron Megatron. I said that earlier, actually. I think that if they're going to do Unicron trilogy soon, they should do a Cybertron Megatron to go with the Optimus. Otherwise, the only thing we have close to it is that Armada Combiner Wars Megatron, which I don't know if my chat's just not loading. Oh, there we go. There's a whole bunch of Toa and fan page, the same person. Hey, Max! Make Larry Arts Production 2. No, Brian can't say I don't watch his content. Oh, yeah? Well, can you take the quiz? What do you think about Earthrise Ironworks? I want it! Do you think there should be RD 2001 representation? Yes. Every time someone asks about Unicron Trilogy, I'm thinking, oh man, I want to say Toe Line, but that's not technically part of it. What's the quiz? Okay, question number 1. Why does Brian have a beard that's apparently unattractive, that someone said? Yeah, that was fun. Number 2. What is Brian's favorite brand of burger? Number 3. What's Brian's favorite brand of string? Jesus. That's a lie. Brian gets all the ladies with the beard. 2 tofu, 3 silly string. That is correct. How's Orbital Bacon? I don't know. I don't talk to him that much. I actually want War for Cybertron, Earthrise, Armada, Jetfire. Yes. I don't know. All of the above. I don't know if you guys heard my theory. Yes, I did hear that with the Armada Optimus that was the prototype, they said that, oh, we're going to test the audience and see how that is, and we're in talks with that. But what I think is, at the same time, they're holding off for the Unicron trilogy type stuff, and maybe that could be the next Commander class figure? Now T-pose, holy Canadian lad. I can't do a T-pose. I am too white. A new rail racer would be cool. Isn't there that masterpiece train transformer thing that was supposed to come out soon? You should get more views, boy. That's what I've been saying. Ding, ding, ding. Give that person a prize. Trainimus Prime. What's his catchphrase? I'm going to run a train on you. Wait, no, never mind. Don't think too hard. Everyone is drunk on boredom on the internet. Yeah. Yeah. Transformer has like sprayed series crossover. I don't know. I think that's pretty obscure, but still. He deserves an Oscar. Thank you, thank you. I'd like to thank everyone who did vote. Thank you. Oh god, chat's going a little too long. I like trains. Do you want a new Beast Wars cartoon? I don't know, but I would like to see Beast Wars come back in some form. What's your favorite character? Unicron trilogy character introduced? Demolisher. After the warehouse flood. I like a new good Transformers cartoon. Ah, got him. Yeah. Although Cyberverse at season 3 did have good things. I'm not a commie, and I will hide behind my How to Train Your Dragon 3 calendar. There's also a bunch of Hot Wheels boxes in here. Oh, it's your favorite Beast War? Frank Walker or David K? Frank Walker. I like his older voice. Favorite Beast Wars character? I don't know. I had one for a while. Tarantulas. Black Arachnia. I like Silverbolt, but I don't know. And then there was another one. I think it was Silverbolt. I can't remember if there was someone else specific that I really enjoy. But I definitely like Tarantulas, so there's that. Have you seen Hammer Bite up there yet? No, which is weird. What forms of them? Black Arachnia's original form, and Tarantulas' later form. I do like Waspinator, but when I watched Beast Wars, I thought, okay, not much. When's Ascension Season 3? I don't know. How would I know, Joe? You wouldn't tell me anything. Now I'm sad. I'm sad. Hit the dislike button. Unsubscribe. Yeah. Brian, do you always drink Coca-Cola? Pretty red Coca-Cola, if you ask me. Aha! Fucking got him! Cause I'm in too deep. Is Larry just telling everyone I'm live? Is that what's going on? I didn't check the Facebook chat. Yeah, he did. God, my eye close up is weird. Cause I'm in too deep. And I'm trying to keep. There's a bag here. Oh, it's full of boxes. Cool. I have successfully shouted you out and exposed as a prank to my best friend. Oh, God. We've been tricked. We've been bamboozled. I don't know why I did this. I don't have anything interesting going on. I don't have anything interesting to rant about. This is boring. This is bland. Everyone should unsubscribe from my channel. Don't forget to unsubscribe from my channel and punch that merch store. Show them who's boss. Dislike my Patreon that doesn't exist anymore. Eat food. Braid your hair. Set up the Christmas tree. Find the dragon. Pee in your bowl. Cause I'm in too deep. That is. Dad's out for blood. Of course he is. He wants more. Watch our Minecraft Let's Play. Go ahead and watch the 01 Trans Fan Minecraft stuff. Who really buys YouTuber merch, really? I don't know. I know, like, probably 2 people that did buy my merch, and then that was it. I just have it there just to have it, you know. It's not really a big deal. Nobody needs to get it if they don't want. How you doing, Brian? I'm alright. Oh, how's that? Transformers or Bionicle, which do you prefer? Why you make me decide between my 2 favorite child? Transformers is more relevant nowadays because at least they're doing something, but Bionicle... Left Twix or right Twix or middle Twix? I don't know. I got Bionicle because of you, Brian. Yes! I remember that. Let me bring him out. If he will let me. Did he arrive yet? God, I need to wash this off because it's pretty dirty. But there we go. I got Max to get that. I got all 6 of those. I also have a ton of extra parts because when those came out, I got them as birthday and Christmas gifts, and I just had like 3 or 4 spare Roxys, which are now in the spare parts bin or on my mocks. And then when I got my first Bricklink order, they just sent a whole ton of Roxy parts, and then I found another Bricklink thing that had Roxy parts for dirt cheap, so I just bought a whole bunch of Roxy parts that I don't even know what to do with. Because Roxys have this like torso piece up here that's not useful for mostly anything, and yet I have about 10 of them. You live near Jobby the Hong? Will you do a collection video? I've done collection videos. I've had one a couple months ago, so I had a collection video, and I don't have enough right now for me to do another one. Plus, also I want to rearrange some stuff, so because you see the boxes up there, I want to move them somewhere. Well, at least some of them, not all. I like the selects boxes up there and stuff, but and the figures are in box. There's also a tray thing for the tiny turbos, but we'll have to wait and see because I want my Siege collection to be up here as well, and I just haven't been able to do anything about that. But my Siege stuff is also in the other room, so I want to make room for Siege, but I don't have to put them up there right now. I said I'd leave in about 5 minutes, and it's been about 15 minutes ago. Why is my hair like sticking up like that? It's weird. Oh well, I'm just having a bad hair day. Have you heard the rumors of Larry? I'm going to tell on him if he does that. Do you prefer one scale for one character or many scales for figures? I prefer one scale, but I've gotten so many figures over the years that they're just in different scales that I could just throw things into different things, but I like the modern scale right now. I know people like a leader class Optimus and a leader class Megatron, and I understand why. I prefer them as Voyagers. And the reason why I say that is because when you've got a lot of the bigger Transformers in leader class, they actually look bigger compared to Optimus and Megatron. And because the scale has been downsized since Dark of the Moon, again, a lot of those bigger characters really look big. So, I mean, you got that Siege Jetfire thing, and that thing looks massive. But you compare that to his original version, which was the leader class, he's the same size as Ultra Magnus. I prefer Jetfire to be a lot bigger than Ultra Magnus, and you got that Siege line where he's about twice the size of Ultra Magnus. I like cheese. Did you steal my cheese? I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying, did you steal my cheese? Anyone knows that reference? Smiling Friends needs a season. Yeah, Siege Jetfire is great. I have the box staring at me right now. I have Jetfire in the other room though. Oh great, I drooled all over my floor. Ah, darn! Bionicle, each set sold separately. With that out of the way, I don't know what else to say. Just stay tuned. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about the reviews coming out soon. So, next review is going to be KSI Sentry. These are reviews I already filmed and stuff. KSI Sentry. The review after that, which comes out a few days afterwards, is going to be Studio Series Brawl. And then a day after is going to be on Premiere, the Studio Series Bumblebee Optimus Prime. Not every joke in that is great. I started to notice. I was like, I'm not sure about this, but it's mostly because I wanted this review to be really good. But I put it out anyways because I had to. But yeah, Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. It's going to have a couple of cameos from certain people that you guys will have to wait and see. If anyone wants to place their guess on who cameos in that video, go ahead and do it. I'll just say this: it's not Jobby the Hong. I know people are gonna say that one, but it's not. So yeah, that will premiere on the 30th, and yeah, this is gonna be a long one too. I think it's about 10 minutes long. So there's that. With that out of the way, that is pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Yeah, not sure what else to say. Would you guys like to see more live streams from me, by the way? I've noticed that I took a couple months away from doing a whole bunch of them. So if you like them, please tell me. Let's see. Ah! I want to bring out my swerving tailgate. I don't know why. I just thought, hey, G1 swerving tailgate look cool. Let's bring them out. And I'll just let a few people guess. Larry, yes. Larry, who's been in a lot of videos, is a special guest. I mean, he is in the video too. His voice is, at least. Swerve. I like tailgate more than swerve. But that's just me. I really like tailgate. These are reissues, by the way. They're the modern reissues. Alright. I should probably start heading out. Well, out of the way, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun doodads. I have a Ko-fi. I know it's not linked anywhere, but if you guys want to donate anything, it's like a tip jar for me. I'm mostly saying that because I've only had one person do that. But you guys don't have to, of course. It's there. Trying to get this arm to unlock. It's pretty tight. I don't know why. I don't want to break it. There we go. Don't know why that was so tight, but I got it out. Hooray. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun dudes, and we'll see you guys next time.